Hey guys, today's video is about venison lasagna. We haven't been out much because due to COVID, so we were all quarantined. So this video will bring it inside with us. And I so hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, comment below. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for us. Thank you.
Hey y'all, it's Katrina here. We're gonna make some supper instead of going out and getting fish or catching something. So we're gonna make venison lasagna. I have all the steps here, how we make it. We have found the recipe in several different spots now, but we've made it our own way. So I have measured it all out and how we make it. We got our deer meat. We used between 3 to 4 pounds. We used the mozzarella cheese and then cottage cheese. We like to use this garlic Parmesan Alfredo sauce. The traditional 3 cheese pasta sauce. Mark doesn't like his thicker and chunkier, so we use just regular thin pasta sauce. And then the oven ready lasagna. We found out this is way much easier to use as the oven ready instead of regular lasagna because I'm not a very good cook, so I don't ever know when it's done. So we got all that. I'm using a Pampered Chef 9x13 pan. It seems to cook much better out of that. And here's the recipe. And if you can't really see it, just comment on if you would like the recipe and we'll get it for you. We use just a baking dish like I said, and then the meat, whatever you would like to use for meat, but we use the venison. Roughly 3 to 4 pounds, and then use garlic Alfredo sauce. We use a 16-ounce jar. The red traditional sauce, about half to 3/4 of the 24-ounce jar. Like I said, the oven-ready lasagna noodles. It's a 12-ounce box, but depending on your dish, you could use a little bit more. A cottage cheese, we used the 24-ounce container. Mozzarella cheese, I used 2 of the 8-ounce bags. I like my lasagna a little cheesier, so we did that. You preheat your oven for 400. And then you cook your venison like you would just regular hamburger, obviously. Drain it, mix in the red sauce to your likings. In the baking dish, you layer it with noodles, red meat, then your cottage cheese, your garlic sauce, mozzarella cheese, and you repeat it, like I said, depends on your pan. We repeat it 2 to 3 times. Cook in the oven covered with foil for 45 minutes at 400 degrees. Take out and remove the foil, put back in the oven for another 15 minutes, let sit for 10 to 15 minutes, and then you can enjoy it. But here's the recipe. Like I said, if you want the recipe and can't read it that well, just let us know and we'll get the recipe for you. So I'm going to come over here and get all my hamburger fried up, and then we'll be back. Alright guys, we're back. We got all of the venison cooked. I'm fogging over. It's hot. So now we're going to put the sauce in it. Like I said, it's your preference on how much sauce to use. But since I used 4 pounds of burr, I probably should use almost all this sauce. That's about a half a jar so far, so we'll see what it looks like. All covered. So, next we'll go on to my pan. We'll do the noodles. So it's the oven ready lasagna noodles. Layered in the bottom. I like to be more picky, so I like to cut mine in half and make it all nice and neat. It's kind of hard to do that sometimes, just because the noodles don't break the right way. So that one did, so that was a plus. And there's that. So then we'll... let's see. That did not work the way I wanted it to. Put that there. Just break another one in half. Put it right there. It can overlap. It's not that big of a deal. So then we'll go on to layer the bottom of it with the pasta or the mixture of the hamburger. Spoon in that one. And it doesn't have to be thick, so it can be fairly thin just so you can get the extra layers in there. That's not how I wanted that to go. Oops. I'm making a bigger mess than I expect it to be. Like I said, we're pretty good with venison in this family. We make venison chili, we make venison tacos. Now that we found this recipe, we love the venison lasagna, but it's more of a garlic venison because we use the garlic Alfredo in it. Trying to flatten it out so it's not as thick, but yet have enough hamburger on the bottom layer so far. Just a little bit more. Alright, so now that that's that, we'll go with cottage cheese next. And I already had a brand that was open, so I'm going to use it first. We're not wasting any of it. So then you take the cottage cheese and go with the fine layer of it. If you don't go fine, you go through a lot of cottage cheese. Some of us, I'm a lover of cottage cheese, but the rest of us isn't. But if it's cooked in the food, they'll eat it. So, as long as it's not too thick, we'll be okay. We got very picky people in my family. So, making this with cottage cheese is a plus. Okay, so I finished that one. I'll open the other container. The one I had already opened was only half full, and it was just a smaller one, so it was nothing big. So Open the other cottage cheese, get mixed up a little bit. Like I said, just a fine layer. If I get too much, I might get complaints. So, all right, there's the fine layer of cottage cheese. Next, it is the garlic Alfredo. Like I said, it's a 16-ounce jar. We use the garlic roasted Parmesan, and we just get that anywhere. The store, hey, Hy-Vee has it, Walmart has it, wherever, but like I said, just a fine layer of that across it, just enough to spread it out, have a taste of it. Okay, just a fine layer. All right, now we have the mozzarella cheese. I'm a cheesy person. That was funny, but I really like cheese in my stuff, so the more cheese the better, but I have complaints on. Renlund does not like cheese, that much cheese in his, so he was complaining because last time it was too cheesy. So I guess we won't put that much cheese in it for him this time. Like I said, I use probably about a pound of cheese. That's a lot, I understand, but who cares? This is not a Weight Watchers type food. I mean, it is because it has venison, but it's not with everything else. So, we just did the whole steps of the noodles, the red meat, cottage cheese, the garlic Alfredo, and the mozzarella cheese. So the next step, we'll go back and put lasagna back on, or the noodle. The recipe calls for covering it with foil for 45 minutes. And then after the 45 minutes, you take off the foil and then cook for another 15. And then after that, you let it sit. So stay tuned and we'll see how it is in 45 minutes after we take the foil off. Alright guys, the 45 minutes is up on the lasagna. So now we're going to take it out of the oven and take the foil off. It smells amazing though, let me tell you. I am super excited for this. Find the oven mitt. It's very hot. Are you ready for this? Hope it doesn't fog over the thing though. Ooh, it smells so good. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Look at this. This doesn't look good. I don't know what does. So that's out of the oven. Like I said, it's been in there for 45 minutes with foil. Now you take the foil off and put it back in there for another 15 minutes. So stay tuned and we'll pull it back out in 15 minutes. Alright guys, we got the finished of the lasagna.